guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Pierre and this is Simple Home Brew. Today I'm proud to say I've reached out to a company called Keg King and basically they promptly got back to me and asked me if I would like to review one of their products. And I said, for sure, send it to me. So what they sent me was a Chubby. So here's the unboxing. So what they've given me is a Chubby. Nothing like a good chub, eh? They've already done all those puns, so I'll do away with that. So just a bit of a disclosure here. They did give this to me. I didn't pay for it. And all I'm doing is doing an unboxing today, and I'm going to do a future review once I use it and see how it goes. I'm really rapt that they were nice enough to throw this at me and say, have it, mate, check it out and see what you like. See if you like it. And of course, I'm going to do a review on it, and I'm going to do an unboxing as well on this channel. So what happened was, I was approached by Valley Hydroponics and Homebrew, and they told me that Keg King were trying to get in contact with me. So I promptly contacted them, and here it is. They've given me a Chubby. I like a Chubby, again, but I'm not going to do it. They've given me a Chubby fermenter, which looks to me as one of a real good compact fermenter. So I'm very excited about opening this and seeing what's inside. Now they do come in 2 or 3 colours, I think clear and I think they have a red one and a gold one. I'm pretty sure they will just give me the clear one, I'm not overly certain, but let's see. I hope you guys can see from this camera as well as that one. Like I said, I've never opened this. I've had it at my place for a week now and I've been hanging to do this and haven't had time. So opening the box. Oh, here we go. Just a standard clear unit. Look at this beauty, eh? Comes with all the kit. I'll get this box out of the way so you guys can see. Ow. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's out of the way. So I'll show you guys a new clear fermenter. Nice little base where it's glued in, so if you can see in, I don't know if you can see inside there, I think you can. It's all glued down, so that's nice. Just using hot glue by the look of it. It's got a bit of factory scent to it, so that's not bad. Looking pretty smooth and clean. So what we got in the packs is, they were talking about new stainless steel handles, which I put on my fermenters, which is so handy to have. I'll be putting that on. So what this thing is a pressure fermenter. I do use pressure fermenters and I really like doing pressure fermenting. Basically it makes it so much more easy and less messy. First thing I look at is the instruction manual and the information, so there's a few things I need to talk to you about that. We get a cap and the collar that goes over the cap. We also get inside the cap, if I can get it out, whoop. That's the collar. That's the cap. Here's the lid, which will pop on here. We also have a measuring strip, which I'll do what I do last time. I won't try and do it their way because it's a little bit out. I can actually measure my water going in and then pop this strip to the measurement I put in. That way I know it's accurate. And a thermometer, which I use too, not always, but I do a lot. We do have a dip tube float. This basically works simple. Now I know there's a couple of people out there who don't like them. I haven't had any issues with them. I've gotten most of my brew out without getting trub. I don't care if I lose maybe a half a litre of fluid. It does the job. The actual tube to mount it, and our actual dip tube and gas in, gas out, and we can put these in any way we like. So it's awesome. They also provide a pressure relief valve, PRV. So that's it, the unboxing. That is our unit. I know people don't like unboxings, but you know, if you go out there and buy one, why wouldn't you unbox it or see someone unboxing it so you know what's in it? That's what I do. So what I'm going to do now, since you're here, so from that camera there, you'll see me putting this together. So these come with a little red O-ring, and basically you just push it on. Now I'm doing it on there, and I'm going to put the collar on, so we can work on putting it together without dropping everything. So if it's up here, it's much easier to work with. So I'm going to show you guys how to put it together, just on that camera there, which will tell you basically how to put it together. So you've got your poppet, put your poppet on the thin side, the skinny side, throw that in the end just like that, and that will line up nicely. And then your dip tube will go in one of these on any pocket, any hole, and it lines up straight up. So easy. With that, you've got your poppet in, all ready to go. You can go in any side. You can choose any side you like. And then once you pop it on, good to line it up. Try and get the threads to line up because you have metal on plastic, so it will cross thread. And according to the instructions, you only have to tie them up finger tight. They seal on the O-rings. I will later, when I pull it apart, I'll actually put food grade grease on all the O-rings just so that they get a bit more lube, just so they don't get damaged when I'm using them all the time. But for this purpose, I'm just showing you how to put it together. Again, pop it in the spring, on the small end of the spring, nub down, washer up, or what do you call that, O-ring up. Throw it in the end of your poppet tube or poppet. What do you call that thing? Your thing? Same thing. Throw it in, line her up, so you don't cross thread it, make sure it's lined up properly, and finger tight. Again, I'm going to put grease on all these, food grade grease, just so that they work properly all the time. And your PRV. Now the PRV is something we've got to talk about as well. The PRV gets screwed in firmly, and then you do up your collar. So that's how it should look. Done. With the PRV, a lot of people are worried about the PRV being a problem when you get too much crowding. There are warnings on Keg King's website. There's also instructions on their website of how high to fill your wort to. They say to fill it up to the, let's say you got it, with a 30 litre one, which this one is, the instructions are fill it up to 25 litres maximum. That's safe, so that when it crowds and does build, it doesn't block the PRV. And if you block the PRV here, your gas isn't getting out. So what happens then is you get pressure build up, and yeah, it can get dangerous. Lucky I'm in a shed. If anything ever happens, it'll just get thrown out the window anyway. So no, it won't. So the only other thing we need to assemble now is our pickup tube and float. We've got our silicon pickup tube. Was advised, now where is it? I've got some spray over here. It was advised to throw a bit of just sanitizer on it, just to help lubricate it when you put it onto one of your tubes. And it doesn't matter which tube you put it on, as long as you remember which one you put it on. So throw it on there, just like that. Slide it on as high up as you can. Don't need to go nuts with it. And that's set up. I'll get the ball. The ball's looking pretty good too. And we'll throw the ball on the other end. Actually, we won't. What we do is we actually put it in the hole. We don't want the ball to touch the bottom completely. So what I will do, what we'll probably pay to do, is measure how much you need out of this. It's going to be very difficult to do that. I reckon I'll need to cut off about that much. Yeah. How am I going to do this? Right, that's touching the bottom, but it's not perfectly straight. It's going to be hard. So it's not touching the bottom, it's not perfectly straight. It won't sit there perfectly straight anyway. And I'll measure it. That's with the base of that is touching the bottom of the fermenter. So we've got this much, too much. So I'll cut that off the bottom. Measure that to there. I'll cut that much off. So I'll do it that way, so I don't take a chance overcutting. So I don't think I will. I don't think it's going to be a problem. But anyway, I'll pop that on there. Pop that on just so enough that it's not going to come off. And we'll just throw it inside. You'll see it will touch the bottom right so the tube nearly touches the bottom as well. So I could probably cut more off. I'll work that out later, so I don't need to right now. That's just for your sake. Okay, what I'm going to do now is fill this thing up with just fresh water. I have a device called a Fermenter, and I can set it to 20 litres, and my strip will have a 20 litre marker, which would be there. I'll just fill it up to 20 litres with my Fermenter, which is pretty accurate, and I'll just put the marker straight on there and put the tape on. Make it easy for myself. Now I'm certain that this is the 20 litre fill mark, and I'm just going to get this strip and place it at the 20 litre point and then tape it on. That will make sure that I know that I actually have 20 litres of fluid where it says I have 20 litres of fluid. So that's my way of getting it right. You guys can do it the way you want, but that's the way I'm going to do it, and I'll just taper on. So I'd like to thank Keg King for supplying me with the nice looking little Chubby there, and also for supplying me with a pressure relief valve of two, one 15 psi and one 10 psi. The Chubby comes with a 35 psi valve, a red one. And I also like to thank him for supplying me with a couple more items. My little jacket on my Fermentosaurus is worn out. I have got splits inside it and it's all buggered. They seem to have noticed it, I think, from my videos or something like that, and kindly sent me a new one to replace it. Obviously it's got their logo on it, which is fine by me. It is really, really good of them. Again, these products were supplied to me by Keg King for free, and I'm trying to give you an unbiased look at what these products are. So cheers for watching, thanks for watching again. I'm doing a brew soon with using the Chubby, and we'll go on from there. Cheers guys, see you soon.